Leroy Johnson, Executive Director of Southern Echo. I think that for us, this whole idea of census and redistricting is a very important part of winning and developing base in terms of what we call power for black, red, and brown communities. Why it's important is about two things. One, redistribution of power in terms of the whole idea of redistricting, drawing community maps, and community being a part of those map drawing processes. And we're talking about all the way down to the lowest jurisdiction, all the way up to the congressman and the congressional jurisdictions. It's all about redistribution of power, who has it, who doesn't. And too often, our communities don't, right? Our communities don't. And in the instances where they do, the question is how do we do governance different and do it differently? How do we build a democratic process where voice is important and the voice of every community person is important? That's important for us as we move through this process. And the last piece of this is it's important to be counted because it's about money. And what I'm talking about is that the government gives away a little over $300 billion a year towards formulas based on the count from the census. And the Census Bureau has said that for every person that's missed, that's $12,000 annually that don't go into that community. And then when they do this question about overcount versus undercount, they're always overcounting the white community, undercounting the black and brown and red communities. And what that means is they get an overabundance of federal dollars to those who already have, and less federal dollars to those who doesn't. And so for us, it's not moral, it's not right, it's not justice for those who have to get more and for those who don't have to get less, especially when it is derived out of poverty and health needs and all these types of things. And so these formulas are letting people come to that process, and the other folk get the money and use it for something different than what it was called to be used for. And so for us, that's an important facet, and we want to make sure that we want to have the power, but we also want to have the resources to make the power real.